Hey. Happy Thursday, everyone. This is Crystal Taylor, the owner of Fitness is Not a Game, where I help busy people like you find the balance of living a healthier lifestyle by providing meal plans and workouts that are quick yet effective. I like to always remind you that fitness is fun, but it is not a game. And if you are watching on replay, please do me a favor and type replay in the comments so that I'll know you came back to watch. And if you are watching right now, say hey, let me know where you're watching from. And of course, please let me know if you have your water, because we always have to stay hydrated. So, and one more thing, well, maybe two. They go together, 1.5. How about that? I want you to also, so tonight you see by the title and by my shirt, I have the same shirt, can you see the whole shirt? Excuses don't burn calories. As you can see, tonight we are talking about getting out of our own way. Stop making these excuses. And if you know somebody else that needs or who needs the information, who needs to hear this discussion, please tag them. Please share with them. Let them know that it is time for us to stop making these excuses. So we're going to talk about that, because sis, we need to talk. We do. We just got to have a discussion, because it's becoming too common for it to happen, right? We hear all these excuses. So I don't know if you all follow, there's a bodybuilder that I love by the name of CT Fletcher, right? So, and if y'all wondering why I'm looking around, I'm doing what I said to do. I'm sharing out because I know a lot of people need this information, right? So there's this bodybuilder by the name of CT Fletcher. Love him to pieces. And so I shared it in the Fitness is Not a Game group, I think last week. And if you're not in the Fitness is Not a Game group as of yet, please go ahead and join. The link is in the description at the top. But I shared a video that he made talking about the excuses that people make, right? And the majority of people were talking about they don't have time. But guess what? We are at home. Well, I know some of these states are opening up and all that good stuff. Whatever. For the most part, folks are still in. You have time. You don't have to commute anymore. You don't have to spend all that time getting dressed. You have the time to get it in for yourself. So let's talk about some of, and I want you all to be honest with me if you would dare. What are some of the excuses that you tell yourself or you tell others as to why you do not exercise? And I always say that exercise, with everything, it's about perspective. If you look at exercise as some type of punishment, you're not going to do it. But if you look at it as a luxury, at this point, I'm 43 years old, I'm still healthy, I'm able to move, and who knows how long I will have this ability, right? So it is a luxury. Right now, I am able to use my body. I tell people, one of my favorite quotes that I saw in someone post in the Fitness is Not a Game group before, I think it was just like last week or 2 weeks ago, somewhere around there. But instead of saying I have to work out today, say I get to work out today. So we're going to talk about, that whole putting things in perspective. When you look at it as something that your body needs, something that's good for your body, that's a blessing for your body, then you are more apt to do it, right? So let's talk about some of these excuses, because I see folks is scared. All y'all folks is in here and nobody wants to own up to what their excuses are. Come on now, we gonna talk. Let's be real. Let's have some heart-to-heart conversations. Let's just be real about it. So one of the biggest excuses is I don't have time. Another excuse is, I'm not even sure what to do. Another excuse is, I don't think I can do it, right? I'm not strong enough. Or, let's see, come on, give me some more excuses. We've heard all of them, right? Hey, DJ, right, I'm tired, right? We have all of these excuses. So how do we get past these excuses? And then the only reason why I'm listing these excuses, it's not, well, not the only reason. It's not because I hear other people say, heck, I've said them before myself. I mean, I'm human, right? So let's talk about this. So how do we get past this? And I said that I would give like 3 tips. It's probably going to be more around 5 or 6 or 7. Who knows? Y'all know I get the rambling and I'm like, oh, those are the 3. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna just throw it in. So how about we gonna go for as many as I can fit into these next 24 minutes? Yeah. All right. So DJ, let me know if you have your water. Have your water, ma'am? So, first thing that we have to do. Yes, Ruth says I'm busy with my kids. That's a good one, Ruth, and I'm glad you said that because I'll use that one. That's one of my tips. So let me jump into that one first for Ruth. Right now, Ruth, good one. So many times we say, okay, my kids keep me busy. I'm constantly chasing after them. I'm cooking. Now we're teaching. We're doing all of this stuff, right? So one of the ways you can get away from that excuse is to incorporate the kids. So let's, oh boy, y'all, that's why I say I'm gonna see how many I can get through, because y'all know sometimes I get to going into a tangent. Hey, Yolanda. But the thing about the children being involved with your activity, one, we should look at fitness as a family activity. Children, no matter how much we say stuff, they mimic what we do. When they see you doing, they do as well, right? So why not incorporate fitness into the family lifestyle? Because it is too common nowadays with childhood obesity. So many children are sitting around playing electronics and just snacking on YouTube and everything else, and they're not incorporating fitness in their own days. And especially now, they're not in school, where they're not taking gym. And let's just be real. Can I be real with y'all? Let me know if I can be real. You're right. Yolanda says it should be a family affair. Absolutely. The thing about it is that gym class ain't what it used to be any doggone way. These kids are not getting recess like they were before. It's like we used to get. Oh, we used to have a ball of recess, come home smelling like corn chips because we've been running around sweating and playing all day. And we had real deal gym class where we were playing dodgeball, volleyball, basketball, running the 50-yard dash, playing volleyball. We did all that stuff. We had basketball tournaments. Kids are not getting the activity that they should be getting anyway. So while we are at home with our children, like I said, this is the time for us to take control of it all, right? And ingrain them, because that's one thing I've always, one issue I've always had with schools, right? Both of my boys went to regular schools from the kindergarten on up. I didn't do preschool, but I always said it was always concern for me that some other adult was getting the majority of the day with my child and grooming them more than I was able to, right? So even when they come home from school at 4 o'clock, 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I still only got 4 or 5 hours with them, whereas the teachers in the schools are getting 6 to 8, right? So if we are at home showing our children, thank you, Yolanda. Yolanda said keep it real. If we are at home incorporating this with our children, then this is something that all of us can do to be healthier together. Now, what does that look like? Even though these are scary times, we're staying in the homes, we're staying as isolated as possible, we are still able to take walks together. Kids can still ride their bikes. We are still able to have the luxury of having a backyard. The kids can run a backyard. I'll tell you this. I'm in the south side of Chicago, in the south suburbs of Chicago. And the weather is still, it's Chicago. You know, like last week I was sweating like crazy. Today is like 60 degrees. But when it's nice, I like to work on my sun porch just so I can get some fresh air, different environment, you know, just clear the brain. And my house, the way my house is set up, our streets, My backyard is directly connected to, well, it's a fence in between, but there's another house behind me. And it was so great today and yesterday, because I worked outside yesterday too, to hear the kids actually running around playing. We don't see that too often. It was so cool to hear them laughing. But when the children are expected to go outside and be active, you can choose to go outside and play with those kids. You can hula hoop with the kids. A lot of folks doing hula hoop challenges now. You can play kickball with them. You can play dodgeball. You can play baseball. You can play tag. There's so many things. I think a lot of times people look at exercise as being something structured. Like, okay, we have to take 45 minutes. We're going to follow this routine, and this is our exercise. All you have to do is be active. Be active. If you have skates, you are winning. If you have, let's see, what else can we do? Y'all names, put some more stuff in the comments that you may do with your children to stay active. Hey, Jackie, and I do. I'll just go ahead and throw that out there. On Fridays, I do free fitness Fridays, and it's for families too. They're family friendly, where on my Fitness is Not a Game page, I come on and do a 30-minute fun workout. It varies every week. Who knows what's going to happen? Bring your kids, and it's something that you all can do together, because a lot of times, right, Yolanda said jump rope. A lot of times we're just like, I don't know how to keep them active. Kids like to do whatever you like to do. If you're having fun, as much as we love to hear our children laugh, they love it too. I guarantee it. And if you all can have fun together, that is an amazing experience. So that's the first one. And thank you. I believe it was Ruth who brought up the family. We said I'm busy with my kids. That's one of the excuses. Yolanda says the kids love him at swimming. Yeah, and that's a shame, and it's sad that they can't do that activity right now. That's definitely something that can't be done. But yeah, jumping rope. As I say, now I don't want y'all to hurt yourselves, but you know what else kids love? They love a good competition. If you tell them that you can run faster than them, now this is great for the little kids because you got a chance. But when you got teenagers, you might want to prepare yourself and not get doggone hurt. But yes, that's what I'm talking about, y'all. I see hopscotch, red light, green light. There's so much that we can do to just stay active. Get outside. Play with your kids in the house, outside the house, in the yard. Yes, I love it, love it, love it. Y'all are the bomb for those. All right. So the second thing that I want you to do is to prioritize it. Again, so this is the thing. We value good health, but do we really prioritize it? We value being healthy. We value being fit. We value looking good, but do we prioritize? Meaning, do you say, you know what? It's not an option for me not to move in some type of way today because my body needs it. It's good for me. My body craves it. It's going to help me be healthier. It's going to help me live longer for my children and for all my loved ones. Do we prioritize? Do we say, you know what? This is so there's been discussion in the Fitness is Not a Game group. And again, if you haven't joined that, click the link at the top. There's one of our members who's been frustrated because she, her family has been intruding. Yeah, they've been intruding on her exercise time, and that comes to the point where you have to have a discussion with your people and say, look, between this time and this time, you don't bother me. The same way right now, I'm talking to you all. I'm on this takeover. My children, if they were to walk by right now and hear me talking, they know not to come in here because they know that I'm working. They also have the same thought process when it's time for exercise. You have to prioritize. Tell people this is my time. When you see me sweating, when you see me in front of the computer, when you see me in front of the TV, when you see me in this certain outfit, when you see me with this water bottle, whatever your tail sign is, when people see it, they need to know to respect it and to leave you alone because it's important. Now, what do you need to do to prioritize it? I'll always tell people, and especially my clients, When it's a priority, you schedule it. You put it on your calendar just the same way. Oh, and I didn't even thank Ronnie and Lamar. Thank you, Ronnie and Lamar, for allowing me to be here again to talk to y'all. But that's the thing. This is a priority to me. It's on my calendar. I don't miss it. I've been here. I don't even know how long I've been coming to y'all now. I enjoy it so much. But it's a priority because my goal is to help as many people as possible get healthy, right? So this is a priority. The same way I schedule out my workouts. So this is the thing. So let me ask you this. How often do you exercise? And I ask that because so many people have the idea of getting fit, right? And they say, oh, I'm going to jump into it. Both feet, both heads and arms and legs, all that stuff. You got two heads, you're amazing. But they jump into it and they go too fast, too hard, too fast, right? And then they burn out. So what I tell people is don't try to say, oh, I'm going to work out every day. You know, like I see these 30-day challenges where you're doing exercises every day and that bothers me. But I digress. That's a whole nother discussion. But I tell people don't do that because that's another excuse, reason, whatever you want to call it, on why people don't work out. They look at the goal as a whole, right? They say I'm going to do 30 days and they get overwhelmed by that 30 days. So instead, what I want you to do, especially for anybody who has not been exercising as frequently as you know you should, if you haven't worked out in a while, don't jump straight back into all of that. Schedule it out. Give yourself 3 days a week, maybe 4 days a week, and put it on your calendar. Say, I'm going to work out Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday for 30 minutes. Put it on your calendar and stick to it. You will not miss a meeting with your boss. You will not miss your happy hour, even though it's a virtual happy hour now with your friends. You don't miss that. Your kids don't miss class. Even if you're in school, you don't miss class. You're not missing it. So don't miss those workouts that you have scheduled for yourself. Make it a priority. Your health has to be a priority. Once you realize, look at it that way, say, you know what, this is what I need. It's what I need. And my body responds to it and my body loves it. So, we always say, you may not love it while you're doing it, but you should do something that you enjoy because that makes sure that you continue to do it more. But when you see the results, it becomes addictive and you feel, and when I say see the results, seeing the results could be in the mirror, on the scale, your blood test levels, all of that stuff. Those are the results I'm talking about. So Yolanda says she exercises every day with the kids and some days by herself since the kids have been home. Yes, go ahead, Yolanda. I love all of that. And DJ says I have 2 personal training sessions per week and maybe 1 more because I work 12-hour shifts. Yes. So DJ, are you doing virtual training sessions? I hope so. Please tell me you're not going in the gym. Not yet. That's a whole nother discussion. Hey, Chris, I see Krista came in. All right. So that's number 2. The third thing that I want you to do, and it circles back to the very first one that we talked about. And I told you I was going to fit as many as I can, and it looks like I'm going to be able to get probably like 5 or 6 in. It's funny, I say 3 to stay safe. Because I never know how long I'm going to go on the topic. Because I told y'all know I can go woo. But the third, and it ties into making it a family affair and prioritizing it. But the third thing I want you to do is think about your why. What caused you to say, okay, I need to do better? It could be a health scare. Like, I know many people who have gone to the doctor and they were borderline diabetic, high blood pressure, they may have heart disease, a lot of borderline obese. All of those things could be your why. But your why can also be the children that you have, the children that you want to be around to help continue raising, the children who will one day have your grandchildren that you want to see. Why? What was the reason why you asked yourself, Crystal, why are you tripping? Crystal, why are you not exercising or getting out and taking a walk twice a week? Crystal, why are you sitting around just eating cookies all day? Whatever it was that made you start questioning why you were living, what if your why is because you're having a hard time breathing when you go up and down your stairs, and you don't like that. I don't know about y'all. I have a 2-story house with a basement, and the doggone laundry is in the basement. So on laundry days, I'm not the happiest person because going up and down the flights of stairs with a basket full of clothes are not fun. It's not fun. However, because there was a time when I felt winded doing it. If that's your why, if your why is because you can no longer fit into your favorite outfit, maybe you can no longer fit into your wedding dress and you want to be able to wear it again. Maybe you just don't feel comfortable in the skin that you're in anymore. You know that you can do better. You know that you can tone. You know that you've been able to have a better body or feel better, but you've just been doing things that are not right. What is your why? Yes, Crystal said jumping in those jeans is real. That's the bit of funny thing. That's another meme that's been going around. Try on your jeans every once in a while during this quarantine to see if they still fit. Because we've been wearing pajama pants, sweatpants, yoga pants, all these bottoms with elastic. Y'all better put on a zipper and a button and see how they work, right? And Freddie says everything is downstairs when you are up and down. Up and down. What? Everything is downstairs when you are up and up when you are down. Okay, I guess calling me out. But yes. But it's whatever your why is, that's what you also have to focus on. So the 3 things I want you to do, because we talked about all these excuses, and for anybody who's jumping in, please let me know where you're watching from. Say hey. For anybody who does not know, I am Crystal Taylor, the owner of Fitness is Not a Game. And again, I thank Ronnie and Lamar for the opportunity to speak on their platform, talk to you all. So and part of Fitness is Not a Game is that I try to help busy people like you find the balance of living a healthy life. So that is always my goal, to try to help people get as healthy as possible. And one thing we need to do is what? Drink some water and type water in the comment you have yours. So we're talking about avoiding these excuses. Some of the excuses that came out are not enough time, they're tired, don't know what to do with the kids. So that's why I said bring your kids in, make it a family affair, right? Prioritize it, schedule it out, and schedule it with your kids if you need to. Who's that says let's say Yolanda says she works out every day with her kids. Great. And the third thing I want you to do is to rediscover your why. What was the first? Because we've all had that conversation with ourselves on needing to do better, and your why can change at different times. It's very possible. My why changed. I wanted to get my life together because I was bigger after having my second son than I was ever before. Like I said, I was life together because I didn't like how I felt winded going up and down my stairs. I had a why on recovering, getting my old body back from my surgeries that I've had, and that's been my biggest why lately. Last year, in the last few years I've had a lot of procedures. I've had surgery on my foot in 2018. I had 2 biopsies last year and a hysterectomy last year. And so it's interesting because my whole thing was to get myself back to where I was. That was my why. Whatever your why is, go for it. Let's see. Jackie's in South Texas. Hey. Freddie says, LOL, no, talking about the 2 house needing to do laundry. Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, gotcha. Tony says, I got sick I gotta do better. That's what I'm saying, Tony. I feel you. Coming back after an illness or a surgery, because in 2016 I had so much medical stuff going on. It started with sciatica. Then they thought I had MS because my body just sort of shut down on me. So I had to rebuild my body. That was my getting my strength back. That was part of being able to go up and down the stairs and things like that. Yolanda says, I make it a point to get dressed every day, and the kids have to get dressed for homeschool. I love that, Yolanda. That is dope. Keep this normal, right? So let me see. Okay, I got 5 more minutes. I'm going to squeeze some more in. I'm going to recap, and then I'm going to add a few more in there. So again, stop making excuses by, if your kids are there, like so many folks have extra co-workers now. And I'm fortunate enough, mine are old enough where they couldn't care less what I'm doing today, during the day. However, I do remember those days where I couldn't move without my shadows, needing and wanting all of my attention. They're hungry all day and they just need everything from mama. So I get it. Incorporate them into your fitness. Prioritize you being active. You absolutely should know that your body needs it. If you don't use your body will shut down on you. Your muscles will not work. Your doggone organs won't work the way they're supposed to. If you don't use it, you're going to lose it. And then I want you to rediscover your why. But while you're doing that, I guess these are like mini tips. And it's just real. Because what I want you to do with all of this, and I know y'all can see that I speak about all this with so much passion because it is very near and dear to me, right? But with all of this, what I need you to definitely do is to be kind to yourself and be patient with yourself. You're going to have some days where you get up motivated, you're ready, you're focused, you're following your schedule, you're working out with your trainer virtually, you have your kids outside being active. It's a great day. Then some days it's just not going to be that way. It's just not. Whatever the case may be, your mood full transparency, I believe in being honest and just keeping it real. Yesterday was that day I woke up feeling heavy. I just did not feel right. And I went to my basement and I started my workout, but my brain wasn't there. My mind wasn't right. So I ended up cutting my workout short because I knew I couldn't focus. But I had to tell myself, okay, today's just not your day. Dust it off. And today was a day. And be okay with that. It's going to fluctuate. You're going to have your ebbs and flows. Okay. Don't beat yourself up when you have a bad day. Don't do it. Just say, okay, today ain't it. I'm going to reset for tomorrow. And yes, Yolanda, I'm so glad that you are doing better. That is a blessing. And then the last thing that I want you all to do before I get out of here, in addition to, I apologize, to being kind to yourself and with yourself, find your tribe. Don't try to do it alone. Like I said, I keep inviting you all. You all are always invited to the Fitness is Not a Game group. And I will say I might be a little biased, but the group is so doggone dope. It's so doggone supportive. So many people have joined the group because they're the only ones in their lives. There's their families, their friends, their work environments that have decided to prioritize stuff, and they needed that support group. You need to be around like-minded people. Just like right now, you all are on the Black and Married with Kids page because you need to be around other black folks who are married with kids. You can't get the same information and support from going to, I won't name any, but going to other sites and resources that are not made for us not hosted by a single person, someone who doesn't have kids. You come here, because you need to be around like-minded people. And this is not a game group is that, like, yes, Freddie says the best group on Facebook. We have a great time supporting each other on there. So y'all, and I see my time is up. I tell you, this 30 minutes goes by so fast. But I also have a link in the description. In addition to inviting you to join the Fitness is Not a Game group and joining our family, we call it FNAG, joining the FNAG family. Um, I also encourage you to click the links because sometimes we just don't know where to start. That was one of the excuses. People say, I'm not exactly sure what exercises to do. I don't know how to put it together. I don't know what I need to be doing. If you click the link in the description, I'll send you some free tips that will send you some workouts, some exercises a day, even some recipes, just to help you jumpstart. And you'll get an email once a week for 5 weeks, just to get you on track. And so these are, and the sessions on Fridays on Facebook are on the Fitness is Not a Game page, not the group, on Fridays at 3 p.m. Central. So that's what, 4 p.m. Eastern, Pacific, that is 1, Mountain is 2, I think something around there. But yes, so 2 p.m. Central on Fridays, Fitness is Not a Game page. We do a quick 30-minute workout. No equipment is needed. You don't even need shoes. I'm never in shoes. Sometimes I even take my socks off. But we get it in and get nice and sweaty in 30 minutes or less with no equipment. And it's fun. It's varied every week. So, y'all, I'm going to get off of here before I get in trouble for staying on longer than I'm supposed to. I appreciate you all for hanging out with me again. I am Crystal Taylor, the owner of Fitness is Not a Game. I invite you to join the group, follow the page, click to get your free tips. Come hang out with us. And I hope you all stay safe. Stay in if you can. If not, please stay safe. And I will see you all next week. And I'll give you a heads up on what we're talking about next week because these tracking is be lying to y'all, and we're gonna talk about that next week. So, all right, y'all have a good night, and I will talk to you all soon.